Stream.
You got me a drink, Cree.
Right?
You're so sweet.
I know that.
Which one do you want?
I want the grape one.
That's good, because I want the watermelon.
That's why I got it.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers. Okay. Now, are we live streaming?
What?
Are we live streaming?
I think so. We should be. That's the idea, at least.
Live. It certainly seems like it. Okay, now you gotta do the thing where you hold this and reach out to me.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, your time has begun. Hello. Yes, you are. Finally, hello.
Okay, you can chill out a little bit.
Howdy.
So, if anybody's wondering if I will ever start a stream at the correct time, the answer is probably if I will. We are currently 23 minutes late, but in my defense, he's slow and I'm stupid.
Sweet potato, he says.
I'm gonna do this in general. Everybody's yelling at me that I didn't start on time, but guess what? Boom! At everyone, it has begun. I'm putting that on Discord. 200 people, sure. Dude, no! I'm going to grab a glass of milk. Don't start without me. That's what Dysfunctional Dragonborn said right before I started this stream. No! That's so sad. This is a travesty. Okay. I'm just gonna look at the analytics. We got 19 people. Moderation helps everyone feel safe. I'll worry about that in a while. Bigfoot. It kind of looks like a sweet potato. Gamer alien. Try using AI Dungeon to generate alien species. That'd be interesting. I probably won't do that.
Try using AI Dungeon to generate an alien species. That'd be interesting. No, you're not gonna do that.
Yeah, because then it's just, hey guys, I'm using AI. You know, like I'm not doing anything.
I suggest you design a future intelligent species that evolved on Earth after humans.
That'd be kind of interesting.
Sacrifice the poor. Mean not be racist. So true.
You sacrifice the poor so you're not racist.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Dog Days, 2012. Where are your fingers? Message
I don't
refracted.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think we have enough people.
Future intelligent species that evolved on Earth after humans, but it can't be like a conventionally intelligent animal.
Yeah.
Like the meme is that it's going to be crows or elephants or octopus.
It should be like,
it's going to evolve from frogs or something.
yeah, frogs.
Yeah.
Frogs would be fun. Okay, so today I'm just gonna start. I think we have enough people. We got 19 people. So
Ariosaurus says yes many times. How many planets are colonized with the post-humans? Will they become a Type 3 civilization?
Type 3 is like where they have the entire solar system or the entire galaxy or something, right?
Type 3 is galaxy. No energy is wasted in the galaxy.
Okay.
Type 1 is no energy is wasted on the planet.
I don't think they're gonna become Type 3 ever because that's like a lot.
Yeah, that's like a god level.
Yeah.
A Type 3 would be like a god to us. There's no way we could even comprehend what kind of stuff Type 3 is up to.
I like how that was made by a human, even though humans are not even Type 1 and probably won't be for very long.
Yeah. Amphibia moment.
Okay, so today, alright,
so Type Alpha civilization.
Type Alpha. So just like last time, today's stream will be about designing a brand new intelligent alien species. Right? Last time we began with the prompt of them like having an intelligent one that's not dexterous and a non-intelligent one that is dexterous. And similarly, today we're going to start off with a prompt. But the prompt today is a species of alien that is immune to radioactivity. All right? So basically, once they start using radioactive energy, they can just kind of go like full force on radioactivity, on like radioactive materials, and not really suffer any of the negative consequences because they're not affected by radioactivity anyway. So that allows them to become more like, and also they can do space travel really easily because one of the biggest problems with us doing space travel is the like ambient radiation in space. They don't have to worry about that. So as soon like the moment that they're able to seal oxygen inside of a metal tube, they're able to like explore the stars and not really have to worry about anything.
There are fungi that use melanin to absorb energy from radiation. So it's like Squaliber.
That is, yeah, that's
like Squaliber.
Where I got the idea from because I didn't really think about life being able to be resilient to radioactivity, but then I heard about those mushrooms and I was like, hey, if a mushroom can do it, why not a squid?
Oh, while we were talking about the Kardashev scale, one person asked where the post-humans are on the Kardashev scale, and I feel like the answer is most of them are 1, and a few of the empires are 2 on some of their stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think most of them aren't even 1, though. I think, probably 60% of them are, a bit lower than 1. Like 0.8.
Yeah.
And then, it's 30% of them are 2, and then, 10% of them are type 3. No.
Type 1 and
type
2.
1 and then type 2. Yep.
Yeah. None of them are type 3.
None of them are type 3. They would be built with what?
So nuke's basically big bombs. Is it based off the scrolls?
I've never heard of the scrolls, so probably not.
Legalized nuclear bombs.
Legalized?
They would have to be built with armor. Can be based off of starfish. Good blood filtration. Totally should have funky noodle arms.
I'm gonna look at the
If they absorb radiation, could they grow legs?
Legs? Yeah. Why wouldn't they be able to grow legs? You get to be.
Oh no, grow legs like as a mutation.
Oh well, I mean, they wouldn't be able to be like mutants because once you start mutating from because of radioactivity, then that is bad, right? Almost always.
Yeah, it damages DNA so that it
fungus
heals itself.
Is immune,
but it heals itself kind of wonky.
Radioactivity.
And I guess it could theoretically be helpful because it's just random mutation, like every other mutation.
But I mean, if they are reliant on it, then...
But it happens so quickly, and so many 10 mutations at once. It's most likely that 8 of them will be bad, and 1 of them will maybe be helpful, gives them slightly higher resistance to UV light or something, and then the last one will give them cancer and they'll die.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't really know how they are. I think so. Basically, the reason that I want to do that though is because I want to do a lot of episodes like this, but I don't want any of them to feel like they're just treading old ground. So the first one was about their unique biology mostly and their early history, and then it talked a little bit about their later history. I want this to be more about a little bit about their biology, mostly about the crazy technology that they can make, and then a little bit about their about their early history, but then mostly about their futuristic space traveling adventures, right? Mm-hmm. So basically the goal for that is that the 2 episodes don't. By the way, if you're wondering who's sniffling and making sick noises, it's Webb because he's sick and gross.
Yes, I'm sick and gross. Hence the sniffling. But
that will basically result in the 2 episodes not really feeling similar at all, and then my hope is that I'll be able to expand that into future episodes, no 2 alien species look alike, right? Or sort of have a similar history.
Okay, so I'm going to catch up on our comments a little bit.
Okay.
Can we base it off of starfish?
Okay.
Good blood filtration. What if they... Oh, we already read that one. Maybe their skin could be sort of lead-based, or as Excalibur said, perhaps they could also have a heck ton of melanin in their skin. Base it off the French. Frogs. Very important. Do they eat plutonium for breakfast? Which is actually a good question. Can they eat... Do they just use it as a... Can they use ambient radiation as a source of power, basically?
I'm kind of thinking so, honestly.
Melatonin. This is not what you're looking for.
Isn't it? What am I looking for?
Melanin.
Melanin. I don't know how to spell melanin, which is silly because I talk about it a lot. This doesn't look like it either. Whatever. I don't care. Melanin.
What if they just vomit out tumors, like they develop cancers, but they just are resistant to them? I guess.
Melanin. Lots of melanin.
Ostrich-like people with special feathers that make them immune to radiation.
Lots of melanin.
Have you seen Futurama? It would be funny if they looked nothing like stupid tardigrades. Eats the elephant's foot. This is some serious gourmet shit. I mean, post-aliens as well as in, well, the aliens branch. Oh, there's a conversation going on about will you make post-aliens, and somebody said there's not a thing. I'm never talking about that.
Well, I mean, post-aliens would just be like, I mean, post-humans are just humans that genetically modified themselves or were genetically modified to no longer look human, right? Like, that's the...
Yeah, I feel like some takes are that post-humans are just species that evolve out of Homo sapien.
Okay. So, yeah,
like
I mean...
If we just evolved naturally to be, I don't know, taller or something, that would be technically a post-human. Although
yeah.
I don't think that tall people would consider themselves post-humans.
But, I mean, if,
I feel like the throw people might.
There are things on, like, people talk about Martians, like 272nd generation Martians that just naturally evolve to be taller and have thinner bones and be like almost orangey because of like how little protection from the sun they have. So they start using keratin instead of melanin.
Yeah.
So and they have like bigger eyes and stuff.
I don't think they would think.
They probably still wouldn't think of themselves as being post-human, but I could see an argument to be made about that. But also, I don't think they would evolve to like. I don't know, maybe they might, because they would obviously be in isolation for basically ever. So, like, there would be no point in which they would get new Homo sapien genes into the gene pool. So they would just, over time, evolve more and more to be unsimilar to them, right?
Yeah.
Here's
an idea.
What?
Seeded nanobots that evolve multicellularity and are now biological robots. That'd be interesting because they wouldn't just be like robots like a robot like a person made.
Yeah.
The nanobots would be cells, and they would, if you looked at it, you'd think it was an organism.
Be like, oh, that's a giraffe, but no.
But it's made of like
that's
steel.
Yeah, it's made of like steel.
But not like
lots of melanin.
With pistons and stuff, with muscles.
So this is
there should be a species that is radially symmetrical.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about that too. So one thing I wanted it to either be radially symmetrical. Also, a lot of this is going to be spelled wrong because I'm bad at spelling. But I wanted it to either be radially symmetrical or look like it recently evolved out from something that was radially symmetrical. And I wanted it... First of all, I want it to look nothing like anything on Earth, obviously. And I don't want it to look anything like the Junes or the Harlows, so like no stalk eyes.
It'd be interesting if they use a potential absorption of radiation and certain radioactive elements in a defense mechanism, like someone mentioned them spitting acid or something, vomiting. But their entire biosphere would also be immune to radiation by default. So they couldn't use a radioactive attack. That wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, because I think
for us, but they wouldn't evolve that because we weren't around.
I think they evolve. I think their planet is just made of plutonium or something. So there's just the whole planet is radioactive, so all of the life evolved to be resistant to it.
Let's do alternative biochemistry, please.
Alternative? I mean, I'm
not carbon based.
Yeah, I mean, I like that idea, but I don't know what that would actually entail, and I don't want to research it because I'm lazy. So I don't really know if they were based around silicon or I don't know, radium or something. I don't know what life that radium based organelles would look like.
Make them pigs, make them sea pigs, turn a clam into a wolf, give them an exoskeleton, make them scallops, make them an Alaskan ballworm, make them the my leg guy from SpongeBob.
I'll make him the my leg guy from SpongeBob. So this is our starting design. He's the guy whose eyes burnt when he saw Neptune's bald head, right?
I think so, yeah.
So he's gonna have burning eyes too. And he's gonna have
Can their planet ironically have a form of Godzilla that is the result of living in caves away from radiation and then being irradiated?
That might be kind of fun, actually. I don't know, but I think their version of this is our current working Uh, this is our current rough draft for what they're going to look like.
Sea pigs were descended from radioorganisms.
Yeah, so something like a sea pig would be kind of cool.
Hey, Curry.
Hey, what's up? Okay, so...
Love your work. Scallops are so cool with those scallops.
So I think... I mean, this is just going to be their color, but I think they should be, like, dark gray or, like, dark orange. Because, like, again, there's, like, the melanin or... No, I mean... So, yeah, I mean, like, the melanin or keratin that they're using in their bodies to protect themselves from the radioactivity stuff should probably make them, like, really, really dark. Like, almost black or, like, really dark orange.
So, are they trying to protect themselves from radiation, or are they trying to use it as a source? Because if we can't have both.
We can't have both. That's a good point, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay. Are they basically plants that use use radiation as their source of energy?
Is there anything that does that? I don't think so.
I don't think there's anything that does that, but I mean, like, I think if your body was evolved to process radiation, then you'd be able to do it, right?
Yeah, it would. Like, it's not like it's impossible to generate energy from radiation, but you'd have to be.
So what they could be though, this isn't going to be what they look like, but like they could have like an organ that's like up here.
Fungi are radiotropes. Is that a thing? Hold on, this guy might say that fungus do it. Is that a thing? Do research right now.
Oh, I remember the other thing I was going to talk about. Lots of brains. Lots of brains. Okay. So, I mean, what they could basically be...
How would it be smart if it were a plant, my top creed? Well, this plant would be the smart thing. The smart thing would be eating the plants that can...
Well, I mean, it could be a plant. I mean, because it could... I mean, it wouldn't actually be a plant, but it could be a plant the way that it, like, passively absorbs energy.
It could be a autotroph.
Yeah.
Makes its own energy.
And it could have evolved intelligence, like, first of all, because the little radiotropes evolved to, like, run away from herbivores, essentially. They would no longer be, like, herbivores because they're, like, pursuit predators. But the pursuit predators are the things that are absorbing, that are...
Yeah.
So it wouldn't really...
Maybe this radiation is a lot more energy dense than, like, sunlight. So things can be autotrophs that are still able to have enough energy to move.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the reason that plants can't move is because they haven't evolved to, obviously. But they couldn't because they can't get enough energy from sunlight.
So, but basically what I'm saying here is, like, there could be a body that's full of melanin in order to protect, like, its internal organs and stuff. But there's also, like, a structure, like an organ out, like, above the body, and this is the thing that absorbs it.
They need to have fingers. I've had enough fingerless aliens.
Okay. I mean...
They reproduce through the shroom net.
Yeah, they reproduce through the shroom net. It's over here.
And they think with the worm basket.
This is actually the shroom net and the worm basket. That's what I'm drawing right now.
The worm basket's a deep cut. That's a SNIAD reference.
Okay.
You don't care about worm baskets, do you? SNIAD.
I was just thinking, like, that's not that deep of a cut. Like, SNIAD's pretty popular.
It is. I guess you're right. I guess it is, but it's like the one page that they only talk about it on one page. And I, for some reason, love the name enough to remember it and constantly refer to things as worm baskets.
Fair enough.
It's their brain, kind of.
The worm
basket. Liquid brain pump. That's what it is. Yeah, it's a liquid brain pump.
So, oh no, let's just start designing this thing, and then we'll talk through it as we're doing it. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention is my boy Chimera, like 96 or something, on the Discord. He said... On the last one, on the Harlows and the Junes, he said that they should have like multiple brains, and like
basket is
that they should have a bunch of brains in their bodies. But I didn't think that really worked with the Junes or the Harlows. So, but I did like the idea. So I think this one should look like it has a bunch of brains in it.
I think so too. We could do like
I'm just gonna do something stupid first.
If it's radio symmetrical, it could be like a squid, which squid aren't radio symmetrical, but they kind of are.
Yeah.
They're approaching it. They're kind of bilaterally symmetrical, but evolving to be radially.
Uh-huh.
They have the big brain in the middle and then a brain at the base of each arm. Kind of. We can make that work.
We gotta make sure to give it fingers, though, because they've had enough of fingerless aliens.
Yeah.
Now, this is a dumb design, and we're not going to use it.
Say Fauna 4.
This is what I'm thinking so far. Just like a big old boy.
It's just a giant brain with legs.
Just a giant brain with legs. That's what it is right now. Coral. Coral. My boy is saying coral.
Coral.
What about coral, dude?
Zavi's got a lot to say about coral. I think
Wait.
he's still talking about...
Guide to become immune to radioactivity. Have brains to spare to throw them out when they are deep fried. Oh, okay. I see what he's saying.
Yeah.
Just like replace your body, like your organs, whenever they get fried.
Yeah. Have organs that are like marginally resistant to radiation and a really high ability to regenerate organs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're able to resist.
One thing that I kind of wanted to do with this episode is make the planet look like it's an absolute hellscape, because like I feel like most of the time whenever there's like a sci-fi planet that's like, oh, like this one isn't even kind of made for human life, it's like depicted as if it sucks really bad for the animals living there, but like they probably, like they would be adapted for that, like they'd probably be pretty chill with it. Like life on like a tidally locked planet, like they'd probably be fine living in like a forever deep fried environment. Yeah, because that's just what they're made for.
That'd be like saying that camels are miserable in the desert.
Yeah,
they're not.
They're not.
They're chilling out there.
Yeah, absolutely. So I kind of wanted this one to be like a radioactive hellscape, but then all of the life on it looks like they're chilling and like having a good time.
Maybe the planet's gravity there is not as strong as Earth, so they're weird and top heavy.
Ooh.
This would make it even easier to go to space.
That would make it easier to go to space.
You could give them like balls, basically, torsos. So, I like balls.
Phrasing, man.
God.
So give them balls, okay. Step 2.
Oh God. Like a ball, like a big orb, and then it's on big long dangly legs that are too long and big to support their weight, but aren't for them because they're in low gravity. You know what I mean?
So kind of like the thing I just drew?
Like that, exactly.
Okay.
Good God. There are 263 days left, by the way. Oriosaurs wants you to know.
Thanks for keeping... He's counting down until the apocalypse.
Give the aliens balls free. Give them balls. They need balls. Bobbit worms or hagfish?
So... Okay, so what are they actually evolved? So this is basically what I'm saying.
I did not read my reason for coral. Oh, I didn't see the reason. Make it like coral. They're resilient, kind of radioasymmetrical, are a bunch of animals in one, and symbiotic with photosynthetic algae. It makes sense, my G. That's actually not too bad.
Yeah, well, they would be. Well, why would they evolve to be like intelligent and stuff? You know, because coral are like the most filter feeding of filter feeders.
Yeah. Zavi, I read it. No more sadness. All is well. Give them balls, Vine Boom.
Give them balls. Can someone make that edit? He says give them balls as a Vine Boom.
I imagine the trees would be crystalline and look like quartz, but be weaker.
That could be cool. They could be like crystal-based life, dude. That'd be awesome.
The plant should utilize silicates to protect their cells. Basically, each of the cells is a glass shell, and they go together to make a glass tree. Glass tree.
That's epic.
They need a trunk to check the ground around them for minerals. Living glass plants. 263 days left. Salt trees. Maybe they evolved from anemone-like creatures. Coral trees. You're the one who wanted radioasymmetrical aliens create. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I mean...
My man's trying to justify coral, and I am on board with the coral.
I am on board with the coral, but I mean, like, they could have just evolved from coral, and then for some reason the algae got, like, a lot better at avoiding them or something. I don't know. And then they had to evolve to, like, chase it, and then they became more intelligent.
I don't even think they need to do that. Like, we don't have to have... It doesn't have to be coral.
So
radioasymmetrical, a bunch of animals living in one, and symbiotic with photosynthetic algae.
Radiation.
He says symbiotic with it, like it lives in their tissue.
Oh yeah. Okay, you're right. Yeah,
like
you're
they
right.
just are photosynthetic because they have algae in their skin.
Ooh, I do kind of like that.
Yeah.
So there's radiation. There's a lot of radiation, and there's little boys and girls.
Little boils and goils.
Little boils and goils.
Land coral. Yes, finally.
They eat radiation.
Let's make the plants skin trees. They found something that gives them super high amounts of energy. Yes, silicon-based plants that utilize the wind to spread their seeds, which look like shards of glass. The shards of glass that get stuck in passing animals.
Ooh. I'm just gonna draw this glass tree, dude. I'm drawing like what I'm basically thinking.
So based off mushrooms and crystals, this is something like drug aliens.
Maybe they are. I don't
Sea
know.
urchins with a 5-jawed mouth. I hate that fact. That makes me cry. They need trunks similar to a gas mask to check radioactivity around them. They wouldn't because they're adapted to the radioactivity. Like their organs are doing that for them. Some coral actually has symbiosis with algae. Cree, I beat ya. Just kidding, you're doing great. Giant blob creatures that eat radioactive waste like me.
Dude, you too?
Maybe they live beside a pulsar that occasionally blasts them. No, because the pulsar, then they would be adapted to live on a normal planet and also be able to resist it when a pulsar hits them. You want them to be in radiation at all times.
Yeah, because that would probably just evolve things that like know to hibernate whenever the pulsar hits.
Yeah,
unless the pulsar hits randomly, I guess. I don't know.
The best option would be an animal that can detect when a pulsar's coming and knows how to dig a big hole.
Yeah. So okay, go back to the glass trees. I want to draw the glass trees. So just so we know. Okay, so there's
coral glass tree with fingers. I want to live on that planet. They get started as coral in the deep of the ocean, sheltered by the worst of the radiation, then gradually evolve a zinc crystalline skin that allows them to crawl upward to the surface.
Oh, I like that though.
Liquid nitrogen planet, solar flare every few million years. The solar flare every few million years would just make them know how to hibernate.
Yeah.
Or if every few million years, it probably actually just mean there's a lot of mass extinctions.
Yeah. Which is also kind of a cool idea. Like I do want to eventually do one that's like, okay, dude. So are we saying
maybe a gas giant to live in? I think that's a good idea, but not for these guys.
Okay, so with the glass stuff, are we saying they evolved the glass in order to resist against the radiation, or that they evolved the glass in order to protect against the other animals? What did the glass evolve from?
I think they're saying the glass evolved, like the cells are pretty typical cells.
Okay.
And the glass is like a coating that goes around the cell to protect it from radiation.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So they're glass...
No gender. I concur. Maybe they can evolve on a gas giant.
So they're glass based on like a single...
Or 500 genders. Sorry.
They're glass based on like a cellular level. So
Yeah.
What would that make them look like when they're... like their full bodies? Like what would that make them look like?
Mirrored skin, radiation, glass can be multi-purpose. What would that make them look like? They wouldn't be translucent because there'd be cell in all the glass.
Yeah, because there'd be cell in all the glass, so that you wouldn't be able to see through them because you would just see there'd be like a very, very, very thin coating around them. They'd probably just look like slimy, but they wouldn't be slimy because it's glass.
Do they crunch if you press them? I think they're pretty rigid. I think they're like segmented.
Segmented, okay.
Can you guys update me on what's happening? We're making aliens that live on a radioactive planet.
I like Solomon's quote of diatoms.
Diatoms. That's like an animal. I don't know what a diatom is, though. It might have something to do with class. You should look up diatoms.
Diatoms. That's silly.
Giant cell colonies. There was a concept. Well, technically, we're giant cell colonies, bro.
Oh, that's interesting. A diatom is any member of a large group comprising several genera, I can't read, of algae. Especially a whatever.
Conrad wants it to be a clans-based society, but I feel like we'll get into that once we have their biology.
Yeah, we don't even have their biology. We'll talk about all that stuff later, bro.
Frozen planet thermal vents. Oh man.
Okay.
There could be a stationary plant that mirrors rocks and uses that to trap and digest creatures who walk to them,
That's
walk
kind
on
of
them,
interesting.
make them sentient vents. If they live on a radioactive planet, could it
So-
affect their mutation rate?
You said they should be segmented. Okay, so all right, yeah. Stop reading stuff. Let's design the thing.
Can you eat a diatom? That's a good question.
It's microscopic, so I mean, like, you can eat microplastics. So I think you can eat a diatom.
Probably isn't advised though.
Yeah, like I mean, probably like maybe don't, but like I'm sure you can.
You probably have actually.
Yeah, you've probably eaten several. So what? Okay, I really like the idea of they just have regular cells and then they're coated with glass.
Yes.
What would that make them look like?
That is a great question. Focus chat. They're going to axolotls because they're more traditional to cancer. I could leave. No, where does radiation come from? It says that it comes from a star. Maybe the atmosphere is too slim.
So the radiation, the planet is just like made of radium or like plutonium or something. Like, like there's just a lot of radioactive waste on the planet. Like we have dirt, they have
Ground up
Yeah.
plutonium.
yeah.
Okay.
Like I mean, it's probably not that extreme, but like that is what the dirt, like that's what the planet is.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Whoa! You guys are doing my job for me. Copy image. I think this is cool. Let's just look at it for a second. I don't know if this is what we're doing, but look at it. I like it.
This is cool because like it's made of glass. Which if you want to see the glass thing.
Well, I think we could use. This is kind of a cool design, though. Oh yeah, and it's got like a mouth/root. Okay. So maybe this thing, the thing that we're gonna be evolved from a thing that like eats the radioactive stuff that's on the ground, and then that's what this mouth is for, this little ground mouth. So,
They could just look crystalline, maybe somewhat see-through. Then you could see their organs and stuff. That would be cool. I'm not sure if that's how that would work. It might be, actually. But I feel like if every cell is a little bit of glass around it, and that's what the glass is originating from,
I don't really
they
think.
would just be cell colors.
Yeah, which
And
is just
then-
what everything is cell colored.
And then they'd probably have cells that are like pigmented to be different colors. Obviously, that's why we have colors. And there'd be like a little thin sheen of glass over, and then you'd have whatever color they want to be under that.
So I'm just gonna draw like a really basal body plan for this potential planet off of what this guy drew.
Planet used to be an ancient civilization's dumping ground.
This is Meep. This is my boy Meep. He
Is that an idea, Craig?
that it maybe. I don't know. I mean, like we'll worry again. I'm not really worried about where the radioactivity came from, because I mean, if I do it that way, I'm only gonna introduce like other aliens into this alien story if I think it's like poetic for their story, you know. So
A frog being a wee beast with 4 legs upon which he up in the water and on land.
you talk about
He
frogs.
being brown or green or yellow, or if he be tropical, he may be Duyer's colors. He have longus and Goyle's bop. Thank you, Baroness von Murder Pillow. How you know that? Bump. He hacked for an eye, and he being a tadpole, he growth to be a frog if he be not eaten. The mouth is the pee-pee.
The mouth is the pee-pee.
The intelligent species can be a stationary colony, silicon-based life forms, and act as a root system and communicate with each other via that system. Do you guys know anything about Cerna's
Mouth producer.
Cerna's ant trees? We could have
How do you make it not look like the pee-pee?
we could have
Arr.
glass trees that have some kind of. We've already discussed the glass trees, and the glass trees could be more rigid anyway, so they could look real glassy, which would be cool.
Okay.
And the glass trees could be symbiotic with like a bee kind of
Uh-huh.
thing. And the bee goes out and gathers resources to keep the tree alive.
Okay.
And maybe it isn't a tree. Maybe it's like that one lady in All Tomorrows.
Oh,
That turns into a tree.
the
basically.
pretender, the tempter.
I think so. The Tempter. Is it the Tempter? Not this PP. He walks with the PP.
It really should have been the temptress, but oh, dude, check this out.
Checking.
What if they're like andalites,
Oh God.
where their mouths are on the soles of their feet?
Honestly, just draw an andalite.
Yeah, we're done.
Bro, that's genius. We should do a Spec Evo project tier list. I'm on board with that. Mouth do be a PP, but Ukrainian flag mouth is the PP. They talk with the PP. Glass B.
Well, they don't
PP.
talk with the PP.
Mouth is the PP. Humans made it radioactive. Mind blown.
Mouth.
They eat from the PP. They speak from the PP. They breathe at the PP. The PP is sus.
Ears. Sound. Producer.
They reproduce the PP. They drink from the PP. Mouths on their feet. Wait, that's just sea striders.
Sea striders. What are sea
Society
striders?
use a lot of atomic tech. They are the PP.
Legs.
One hole. They breathe from the PP. Among Us biology.
It does look like Among Us.
It is in the center of the galaxy because it has more radiation. Can you let a creature evolve to use the glass as a magnifying glass that just walks around burning random fellas? Mega Squid, they see through the PP. The PP do everything. Mega Squid, they exist with their PP. Will there be a cool writing system for these aliens too? Most likely.
I don't know yet. Oh, this is yours.
This is mine. You don't want to drink mine, you die.
It would kill me, I think. Okay, so
Thy name is the PP. They pee through the PP. They write with the PP.
stop reading their PP comments. You're just gonna egg them on.
That's what I'm doing.
I know, but I want to talk about the actual biology, dude.
You're fine.
Okay.
They could be like the scaly foot gastropod, and that's how they're crystalline. Oh.
Ooh. Okay. So, all right. Okay, listen. No more new ideas. You're getting me distracted. Because I like. Okay.
Crete is a PP. The PP is biology.
That is true,
I
actually.
want the PP.
Okay, this is what we're doing, all right? There's a cell. And then there's glass around the cell to protect from radiation. And then this, just like a whole bunch.
The exoplanet should be named PEN1S. I want the PP. The PP is life. The PP is love. PP planet.
I'm going to let the dog in so she's not whining, and then I'm going to let her out as soon as she starts annoying us.
Ah, wise.
Okay, so this is basically what they're made of, all right? Just a bunch of glass-coated cells. Whoa. A bunch of glass-coated cells to protect from the radiation, all right? What would an animal that's made out of those kinds of cells look like? All right?
How do the cells get nutrients?
I don't know anything about microbiology, dude. All right? They just do it. They're simply built different. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, look, sometimes it's open and it allows a little bit of stuff in and then it closes off again.
How does the glass move?
I don't know, Web.
Is
The
there a
glass,
hinge? Is there just like a little hinge?
the glass probably doesn't move. There's probably another like regular cell wall in here, and that clogs up the little holes in the glass. All right,
all right.
and then these move down when necessary in order to let a
like
hole.
Gummy worms. A crystal lattice. What is a crystal lattice?
What is a lattice?
I don't know.
He's
Hexagon
probably.
shape.
Oh, well, he's just saying lettuce. I think.
No,
No,
said-
he's not.
He said lattice.
Wait. Oh, a flank. Obviously. Lattice. Wait, noun, lattice, plural, latera, medicine, flank. Of course. Look, Web, it's just lattice.
No. Lattice.
Oh. Lattice. Lattice. Oh, it's a fence. Okay. So
Stomata. Stomata is what the holes are called.
yeah, it's just full of stomata, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so that's how the cells are and do. What would a thing that's made out of cells that are like that, what would they look like?
The cells could have little holes to hold them together. Alrighty. Hexagon. Okay, so you've got them. You've given them a cell wall, and it's made of silicon, so you're going to have to be stiffer than any life on Earth. That's true.
That's fine. They can be like segmented, right?
Well, how do they have joints?
Okay, well maybe not. Well,
Hexagons are the bestigons.
hexagons are the bestigons.
Do they convergently evolve a monocle?
I think maybe, dude. What?
Like a lava lamp.
This is dumb. All right, we're probably not gonna do it. What if they have like wheels as joints?
Well, the issue with wheels on animals, that the wheel for it to work has to be completely disconnected and just like attached, like lubricated and like on there, but it can't have any like attachment.
Okay.
So how would you get nutrients to the limbs that have the wheels? Like if you use the wheel as like a joint, how could you get nutrient to it?
Okay, so this is gonna be a little bit. I don't think this is what we're gonna do. Maybe we'll do another episode as like aliens that are made of wheels. But check this out.
I wish I had wheels. Robot aliens. Joints can be powered by hydraulics, like a spider.
Ooh,
Yes, wheels go. Yes, that's not how things work. Crenus. Wheels. They shed wheels.
So wheels over here.
The wheels could be just how they.
You're right here. Head with nose. Nose gives nutrients to the wheel. You just plug it in there, and then you take it out, and then you're on your way. That wouldn't work. That wouldn't work for every joint in the body.
Yeah, you'd have to be doing that to like the
But,
muscles
like-
in your stomach because they have to be moving. And
Yeah,
they're also covered in glass.
I know. But like, so like, this probably isn't gonna work. But I do like the idea of aliens with wheels.
Beta aliens.
But like, it could have like a nose.
The wheels don't have to be a biological structure. They can be added. They do have to be because that's how we're talking about their biology right now.
Yeah.
They could potentially give themselves wheels once they get intelligent enough to make wheels, but they'd have to.
So they just
Do
like
that.
manually put it inside of their little wheel feet.
They shed the wheels. Well, that would.
Okay, right now what I was saying was literally every single joint in their body was a wheel, so they wouldn't be able to shed them.
Yeah.
But okay,
We don't mean wheels like on a car. We mean wheels like a wheel joint,
yeah.
like an axle, and then you have the wheel, but there's an extension that becomes the arm.
So how would they be able to bend if they're made of silicon? So does every cell have to be coated with glass like that, or could that just be like the external glass? Because if it is,
Only the skin really needs glass.
yeah, only the skin cells really need to be made of glass like that.
Yeah.
And then, but like some of their internal organs, if they eat radiation, like if they eat radioactive material.
Yeah. Biological wheels is gross. I just imagine their muscle, skin, flesh wheels, which is disgusting.
That's kind of fun, though, don't you think?
Even when they invent the wheel instead of making vehicles, they add them as a body modification for how humans do piercings and other early body modifications. There are probably some cells that aren't covered in glass. Yeah, all the internal cells that aren't going to be right in contact with radiation don't need to have glass.
Okay, well then they could just be segmented, and the joints aren't glass, right?
Yeah, and they just have like projections of glass over where the joint would be.
Yeah, so I mean, it would just be like
So
this,
it's still protected from the radiation.
and then so that's all glass, and then their joint is right
There's
here,
muscle right there.
and this is just muscle.
Yeah.
So that's not gonna happen. Okay. Oh my gosh, this one. Have we already been recording? No, we haven't because we were 20 minutes late. We're 40 minutes in and we haven't done anything, dude. What are they gonna look like?
What would happen if the glass breaks?
They would heal. They would absorb more glass through their diet somehow. They evolved it the first time, so obviously there's glass that they could just like absorb, and then they would use that glass that they have absorbed in order to heal the glass that's broken, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because like that's how if we were put in an environment where there was nothing that our skin is made out of, then if we broke our skin, then that would be it. That'd be game over. But like we don't, so we're able to just heal it again.
The cells work like cells. You are overthinking the glass.
Right? I think so too, but everybody's like, no, silicone wouldn't work because they'd be all stiff. It's like, I don't think so because like it's only the glass. The glass is only around like singular cells, so they should still be able to interact. Because like vines aren't stiff, but they have cell walls.
It's true.
Right? So why wouldn't it be and cell walls are stiff, so why wouldn't it be the exact same thing?
You're right.
Yeah, so the cells just work like cells, and literally every cell could be coated with glass, and it wouldn't be super duper duper stiff.
Yeah.
It would be like kind of stiff.
Y'all are overthinking this. Glass only reflects at certain angles. A plastic would be better at reflecting radiation. Cells is cells. They would only be as stiff as plants. Glass isn't that complex. Diatoms do it already.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
They just eat glass. Fair enough. Yeah.
They just eat glass. Yeah. So can we stop talking about it and just tell me what they look like, please?
Yes, I think we can. Yeah. I think the microbiology's been figured out.
I don't care about the microbiology. They have glass around their cells. That's literally in the video. That's literally all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
And then everyone in the comments is like, "Oh, did you think about this?" I'm like, "Yeah, watch the live stream." I'm not talking about it again. Also, if you're from the future currently watching the live stream because I told you about that in the comments, don't be mad. But like, I don't understand microbiology and I don't want to learn. Okay. So what do they look like?
5-legged centaurs.
Okay, remember 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, 28 minutes ago, when we were living in a simpler world and I just drew that as a basal thing?
Uh-huh.
What do we think of this? Or is it stupid? Dude, I don't know.
Mouth chompers is good.
I think mouse chompers are fun.
Yeah.
They wouldn't look like that. Obviously, they'd probably be more like an elephant foot, and then inside of the elephant's foot is like a big alien tongue from the 1979 film Alien. And it's like that. Like, that's probably more what it would look like. And then this is a thing that opens and closes.
5-jawed mouth, like a fella.
Right,
Starfish.
So, like, this is probably what their foot would actually look like.
Obviously, that chamber is internal.
Yeah, obviously the chamber is internal. Internal chamber. Okay, so, but do we like that as like a basal?
No.
No. Vincent Campbell says no.
The mouth must be the pee-pee.
Oh, okay.
Well, that is the mouth. That's also the foot.
Yeah, it's also the foot.
And we can still make it the pee-pee.
We can still make it. Listen, this is just what the basal design is. This is like.
There's still room for pee-pee in that.
There's still room.
That cavern there.
Yeah. Maybe they actually do reproduce like by putting their feet together. I don't know.
I have an OC with mouth feet. Mouth feet's a good idea.
Mouth feet is a good idea.
First response, no, immediately. I like it. No. Let's do it. Cloaca.
Let's give them mouth feet. That does look like cloaca.
There's still room for pee-pee in there.
Can someone please clip us into oblivion with this stream? Okay. One of these days there's gonna be like a create-pull out of context, and it's gonna be the most harrowing thing you've ever seen.
Playing footies is a whole new meaning.
Okay, so that's what they look like. All right, let's draw what they look like now, please.
Yes. Okay. Smash or pass Cillian Murphy as a scarecrow. Oh, the scarecrow. Smash.
I'm just gonna assume smash. I don't know who you're talking about though. Okay, so basically, okay. And so what we've been saying is that like, or
so we've decided on Among Us aliens.
This isn't what they're actually gonna look like. They're probably gonna look more like something like this, right? They're not going to look like the Among Us alien. I was just saying we need legs, we need torso, we need eyes and sound producer. Like, that's it.
Maybe you can add those fin things that the axolotl has on their head. Probably not, because those fin things are gills. And these things, I'm assuming, breathe air.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, some of them breathe water, but most things that breathe water have gills that are more
Internal?
compacted. Yeah. Don't sit out of the head like that.
I'm just going to draw the half of it.
We don't need eyes. We probably would go blind from all the radiation. They probably don't have eyes.
They probably like echolocate, actually.
Yeah. I'll quit my no being said later. Well,
Or maybe, dude, maybe they like sense electromagnetic waves. And they see that, like,
Discord.
the way that, like...
They're all telling us to go to Discord. I'm going to go to the Discord real quick. See what's going on in there. Probably some kind of heinous activities.
Probably some... Oh, they're talking about Ohio, it looks like?
Of course.
Oh, shoot. How two glass cells work together, maybe. I like this. Meep, you're such a smart man. See, guys, look. Meep says it works, so I say it works. Meep is my... This is what an actual element... Okay. He says actual animal, and then this is one with like an... So this is just it on a bigger scale. Yeah, and then like the actual fleshy cell parts just come in between the holes, right?
Yeah, I'd assume.
I don't know. I don't know anything about silicon, and I don't want to learn. So
Balls.
no, we do have to put
Ball
balls
cells.
in finished. Balls. Yeah. Okay.
How are we going to include the PP, though? I already said there's plenty of room in the leg cavity for extra PP, alright?
So what if they do sense like electromagnetic waves?
Yes, Star Fun Play just says, what if they sense electromagnetism like platypus? So you're on the same wavelength.
That's so cool.
That's so cool.
And then they just see that way.
Balls. What if they write like this, and then they just like put writing in some foreign dialect? Maybe they have glass scales. The glass is in the cells individually,
Yeah.
and they're all held together, and you wouldn't really know they were glass. They'd look a little shiny, but other than that, it'd be pretty much. Maybe they have glass scales. These clips are going to be amazing. How would the arms evolve modified ears? Or how will the arms evolve?
Modified ears?
Yeah, okay. That's like, I don't think they would evolve modified ears.
I don't think they need to.
Yeah. Dumbo octopus. Name them Barry, but more alien, please.
Okay, we can name them Alien Berry.
Halle Bailey. Well, I thought her name was Halle Berry for a second. So.
Okay, so this
Something about
is
that I was wrong.
less Among Us design.
So a little bit Among Us, but not as Among Us.
I kind of like that. That's kind of fun. I like this design, actually.
Yes.
So, what are we actually saying with their ecosystem? Like...
Comfortable Doug.
Okay.
That is his name.
His name is Comfortable Doug.
Comfortable Doug.
So... Oh, dude. Okay. Maybe... So, since the ground itself is radioactive, we've been talking about radiotropes, right?
Yes.
I feel like most of those would actually be underground things.
Radiotrophs.
Radiotropes, whatever.
Big roots. Yeah.
They'd be like... And they probably wouldn't have any above ground structures because they don't need them.
Yeah, because
Right?
plants have above ground structures because they need sunlight.
Yeah, so they probably just wouldn't have that. So,
Unless maybe for like reproduction.
but all
might-
of them are underground. So why? Like they would probably just reproduce by like sending out long roots and finding other ones, right?
Maybe, but they'd have to dig through the dirt and be more energy efficient to like put it up in the air.
Okay, yeah.
They could do like pollination kind of things.
Okay,
They
so
could do pollination, but instead of things coming to them to like get it on purpose, to pollinate them intentionally, the sperm and egg cells are both sharp and barbed like glass. Glass shards.
So
And the animals walk around and catch them.
I mean, but they have more energy. They have more energy because like it's like if a sunflower was on the sun.
Yeah.
Right? Because so they have enough energy. I think that they'd be able to like just move. They'd probably
That's
be
true.
more like moles than they are like
You're right.
But they'd probably spend most of their time in the ground because they don't really need to do anything else. So these guys, the things that eat them, would probably be evolved to dig into the dirt and find them.
Can we
and
convert
eat them.
the aliens to Christianity? No.
Probably not for millions of years.
Yeah. Not for a very long time.
Yeah.
Give him depression. Give him depression. Give him depression. Oh no.
Okay, he's
Very
sad.
nice.
These are his ears, but they look like his eyes, so I made him sad.
Okay. Do they live in a star system, or is it a rogue planet? It could be a rogue planet because they don't need a sun.
You're right, they don't need a
Energy.
sun. Maybe it is. Oh, that'd be cool. Okay, so it'd be really cold.
What happened to my
Well,
glass trees?
The glass trees are still there, but everything's glass, so like they're just trees.
Just like fungi. Fungi only surface to sprout mushrooms, aka the mushroom PP. Walking plants, good. That means there's plenty of time for me to go out preaching to them.
Well, I mean, they're not going to listen to you for a while because, like, this is still like this right here. This isn't the intelligent species. This is just like a cow, right?
Yeah, this isn't even a cow. This is like a Tiktaalik.
Yeah, this is like a Tiktaalik, bro. All right, like, chill out a little bit. Okay, so it being a rogue planet, what does that change? Nothing? Everything? I don't know. It's really cold, but is it really cold because the ground's still radioactive? So I'm
That still results in heat. How long could that last? Like, eventually, the planet's just going to run out of radiation.
I mean, what's the half-life of, like, we have to choose...
Yeah, what's the half-life of the longest-lasting radioactive element?
Okay, what's the half-life? It's so stupid that they use half-lives. Just, like, use the rest of it. Of uranium.
Christianity conversion.
Okay, Web, it's 4.5 billion years.
Okay, that'll be fine.
And that's
Never mind.
the entire planet is made of that.
Yeah,
so
never mind.
I think they'll be okay.
My contention is no longer there.
That's 9 billion years, and that's like a little bit. I imagine it scales if you make the entire planet uranium.
Uncomfortable, Doug. Sad. I have a gross idea, but if they're living intelligent hive/house people, maybe they lay eggs and bury them in the ground for delicious radiation. Oh. And the egg doesn't have like a yolk. The baby sequesters radiation out of the ground
Ooh.
to
Okay, so yeah, I like that too.
its
So what if,
nutrients.
check this out.
I say make the babes rainbow and they float like little octopus blorbs. Not
So
sure that
what
makes any
if-
sense.
Basically, there's a radioactive core, and then there's a bunch of, like, basically just regular dirt around it. Right?
Yeah. This is the future episode of SpongeBob. Everything is chrome.
And then life evolved inside of, like, the deepest parts of the ocean
It could be a rogue moon, orbiting
Next
a rogue gas giant.
to vents that are producing radioactivity. That's where life evolved. And then instead of going up to the surface first, they, like, went into the dirt. And they survived in the dirt for a long time to get closer to the
Wait, so the
core
planet just
something.
loses gravity with time? No, it loses radiation, but that won't be for another 4.5 billion years.
No,
So it's
9
not
billion
like
years, because that was the half-life.
You're right.
Because
That'll
radiation.
be for another 9 billion years, so it's not like they'll be okay.
Yeah.
Name the creature after its planet. Name it Uranus.
Uranus.
They plant their babies. I do the same. Feed me radioactive dirt, mother. What if they found fire from a magnifying glass in their head that evolved to use it to fry some food to get more nutrients? Or is this already set? I think this basic body plan's already set. I think this is like our tetrapod.
Yeah. I mean, they probably have, like, some structure that could eventually evolve into arms or something.
Yeah. I want radioactive dirt. We kind of are high people because we have a bunch of microorganisms living inside us. Maybe they have robots made of ice. Can't the uranium be scattered around the dirt because of natural disaster, maybe earthquakes? The uranium, it isn't like big old rocks of uranium. It's like uranium has been ground down over the billions of years of this planet's existence and turned into the dirt.
Yeah.
It's just
Well,
soil at this point.
yeah, so is that what we're doing? Or are we, like, yeah, I think that's probably what we're doing.
Please, mother, feed me nuclear mud.
Okay, so basically what I'm thinking here, these are the ears. This is the thing that makes sound. These are their quote-unquote eyes, but they're electromagnetic. Like, they sense electromagnetism.
Maybe they're like pit viper pits, but for electromagnetism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then down here are their mouths, right? So why did their mouths evolve on their feet? Is it so that they can eat the dirt?
So they can root around and get the critters that are in the dirt.
Or is it so that they can... or did these guys evolve from the critters that rooted around in the dirt?
The critters that root around the dirt are the plants, right? These critters evolved
To eat the plants.
to eat the plants.
Okay. We're all on the same page.
Okay. Feed me radioactive dirt, mother. What if they found fire? We already read that one.
So what they would probably actually look like then is...
Yum, ionized radiation.
So they would dig around in the dirt. So what would something that digs around in the dirt look like? You know? Like what are some adaptations that actually help with that?
I can't believe you got this animal that makes a little bit of sense from an Amogus alien. Why can't they sense their environment through radiation? That would be like trying to sense your environment through
Like
air.
Yeah.
Like it's everywhere.
It's
You wouldn't
it
be able
would
to
it would be
differentiate
all
from
over the
anything
place.
Fusiform body plan and short limbs. What is a fusiform body plan?
Fusiform?
Fusiform. Fusiform.
Spell that again, the slower so I can...
Fusi form.
Fusiform. Fusiform aneurysm.
Tapering at both ends. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Fusiform.
Oh, that okay. He's saying that's what helps with digging.
Oh yeah.
But that's
Gotcha.
like ton. I don't know. Let's just try that.
Yeah, these guys don't dig like in the ground. These guys stay above ground and dig down into it and pull stuff up out.
Oh, but that's why they evolved electromagnetism so that they could see through the ground.
Oh yes.
That makes sense, actually.
Just give more hands on their heads. Crystal drill, like a fish, but with claws for digging. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fusiform. Star-nosed mole. Make its legs crab-like and add paddles at the end for moving dirt better. Wait, what is the alien like now? I had to leave for a minute. Like anteaters. Yeah, like anteaters. Like anteaters aren't burrowers, they're just good diggers.
Yeah.
What is the alien like now? I had to leave for a minute. It's still glass cells, but like every cell individually is a little bit of glass, so it doesn't look like it's big old glass slabs. And he has mouths in cavities in his feet, and he digs down and grabs critters out of the ground and consumes them. And the critters, I say critters, but they're more like plants. And they don't need to be above ground because they don't need any solar radiation to make food. They just use the radiation in the ground. Some animals in real life do use vibrations through air and water, so like can't you use it to sense the environment better? Like radiation, like vibrations through the radiation? I don't think that's a thing.
Well, he's just responding to your that would be like sensing the radiation like through air.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
But that would be like literally like
yeah. They can hear like vibrations through air is hearing, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So they can still hear through the air.
They would
A
probably
better example would be trying to sense your environment through sensing densities of nitrogen in the air.
it would be like if you're in a rave and your primary method of view of like interpreting the world is like sensing very very quiet sounds inside of the very loud music of the rave.
Yeah.
Like you would probably be more likely to just evolve to ignore the loud music.
Yeah. Wait, silicon-based animals wouldn't then their breath be frozen solid?
Why?
Why carbon-based on the surface? I don't think it
Why would it be frozen solid?
would. Like they'd be able to they probably wouldn't breathe oxygen, but what they did breathe would just be breath.
Also, I'm probably not going to say that they are silicon based because I feel like a lot of people have very strong opinions about that, and I don't want to deal with that. So I'm probably just going to be like they have cells that have glass. And I'm not going to mention any more microbiology. Other than that, I don't think. Okay, so
because it lacks a star, so it's cold.
yeah,
That's why it would freeze.
that's okay. So it would freeze for that makes sense. Okay, so
But the ambient radiation from the planet itself keeps it warm.
I feel like
the
stuff.
ambient temperature above like freezing at least.
Okay, so basically, I feel like life would originally evolve from like as the things that are in the dirt eating. Well, they originally evolved as things in the water that eat radiation,
We
right?
want more microbiology. No.
So they originally evolved as little fish that eat radiation, maybe, or do they evolve in the dirt? I don't know.
I'm not sure either. I think they evolve.
I was expecting this to be a lot easier.
So was I. This is really hard.
Yeah, because they keep throwing curveballs at us.
Yeah, there's just a lot more microbiology than the little brain's ready to handle. Not very smart.
I'm done responding to microbiology allegations.
I'm participating in protests for the first time. More microbiology. More microbiology.
Stop reading anything that has to do with microbiology. I'm not interested.
Learn microbiology.
Okay, so this alien. Let's talk about the actual intelligent alien.
What if they were something between plant and animal and the radiation eating was like photosynthesis?
That's what we've been talking. Like,
Well, these guys aren't photosynthetic. They eat or
that's why
Radiosynthetic.
I originally gave them the feet on like mouths on their feet so that they could eat the radiation in the dirt and get stuff from that. But would they even need? There's so much radiation in the air. Would they even need to do that?
What if they move along the ground and their skin sucks in radioactive particles like eels that breathe through their skin?
Okay.
Like they have little algae, radiosynthetic algae that live in their skin,
Mm-hmm.
so that they can are symbiotic with it, so that they can photosynthesize. But that's not enough to like power their motion. It's just enough to be like a background, additional help to them. And then it has wings now.
These aren't wings. Keep talking.
That's just enough to like be some background extra help. But they also have the mouth feet so they can catch plants.
Okay, check this
And
out.
other species can use them to catch like little mole critters.
I've changed. These are just feet. These aren't mouth feet anymore. But this is just potential. All right. What I'm about to say, it's all just potential. These are just regular feet now. These aren't mouth feet. They originally, all of the life basically originally evolved to passively consume radiation, and then that is enough for them to like move around. And then some of them have also evolved to get additional, like have also evolved to eat each other. Like basically imagine if like Venus flytraps was the most successful body plan on Earth. Right?
Okay.
So basically they're all just carnivorous quote unquote plants. They're not actually plants because they're because they absorb radiation, not sunlight. But so basically this thing walks around, it's gonna need another mouth somewhere. Because this is for sound producing. I don't know, maybe it's also for that. I don't know. But these would be just massive things on the sides of their bodies that absorb radiation for them.
Those big leaves, basically.
Those are big leaves, and they walk around and they absorb the radiation. How do we like that?
Radiotrophy is a thing. So yeah, this is radiotrophy. That's
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
Yeah, okay, they're radiotrophs.
So they're herbivorous plants. Maybe this plant isn't really no, this would be also a plant-dominated food chain. Yeah, plant-dominated food chain.
Yeah.
They would need to have photosynthesis like thing to heat radiation. Exactly, yeah. Sounds good. How do we get PP feet? I want PP feet IRL, not gonna lie. I think they like it.
Okay.
I think they like it. They do miss the mouth feet.
They
A
do.
lot of them also miss the PP feet, but the mouth feet's what's getting more screams.
So how do we give them? Why would they have mouth feet?
And we're also getting a lot of people who really want microbiology.
So how do they have? Why would they have mouth feet?
Because they're still carnivorous. They still eat.
Okay, so what are they eating? So why did?
Because they're herbivorous plants. They graze on other plants.
Okay. So
And then things evolve to graze on them. And then you get a whole, still kind of photosynthetic, but they what's the word? Supplement their diet with plant foods and animal.
And then eventually they evolved to be mostly carnivorous or herbivorous, still kind of whatever.
Yeah.
But basically carnivorous. And then
Yeah.
they supplement their diet with the passive radiation. So these would get a whole lot smaller.
Yes,
Right.
eventually, on certain species.
So they have the mouth feet still. I feel like this is a really weird structure for them to have evolved. Like, in order to... So what did this originally evolve from, the mouth feet?
Maybe this planet that remains of Earth after gamma rays hit. I don't think so, because this
It's a rogue.
biology is so ridiculously different from
Yeah.
Earth ever evolved, and it's a rogue planet.
It's a rogue planet, I think, so it's like real cold there.
Maybe the legs are branching, they're like upside down trees, and each branch on a single leg has different organs. Some are feet, some are scent, some are pee-pee. It's like herbivorous is carnivorous on this planet. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
I like the branching legs.
I like the branching legs too. And 2 of the legs could then become arms. Microbiology, 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 microbiology.
Okay, so...
You have made it of Craftian horror.
I kind of have, though.
What if the mouth feet are just sensitive and they can feel the fertility of the ground?
Oh, so they're just sensors, and then... Okay, so what if, like, the...
Microbiology.
Check this out. What if, like, the original thing that evolved on this planet was basically just, like, a big old stick?
How plausible are mobile plants? Generally, that just sounds so cool. And
So-
I'm curious.
Well, it depends on how much energy they're able to get from the thing that they're absorbing, right?
Yeah. If they evolve from plant thingies, and the mouth feet could be from when they absorb things from the ground. Yeah, the mouth feet would be dried roots, basically.
Oh, okay. There we go. We did it. I don't have to draw the stupid stick. Okay, so
Microbiology.
So basically, this is what they look like now, but back in the day, they looked a lot more plant-like. With
If you were a furry, what would your persona be?
it would be a Gila monster.
Could be a scaly. Oh, what would mine be? Mine would be a... Two-toed sloth.
And then up here, so they basically just look like regular plants once upon a time.
Yeah.
And then they evolved, and then these are the roots, and then these roots evolved into the legs, and then the leaves evolved into their little wingies.
Because they could dig out and go find another place that was more fertile, and then dig back in.
And then dig back in. I love that. And then that basically, so they probably went above ground in order to reproduce at first, and then while they were up there, they were like, well, we might as well absorb the radiation that's in the air as well, right?
Maybe the feet could look like spider legs, and there's a beak at the end of it. Don't hurt the mouth feet, they're sensitive. Stick aliens, amazing. Truly the best world-building project ever.
Wait, what?
Stick aliens, amazing. Truly the best world-building project ever. I don't know if this is super cliche, but what if there was a planet where the atmosphere was thick enough to swim through, small microplankton in the skies that die and fall down as detritus to the floor?
That would be cool for like a gas giant.
Yeah, it would be a cool gas giant.
I want to do another one that's like life evolving on a gas giant.
The back tails branched for more efficiency, as more tails allowed for more movement, both ground and water.
So this is like a
Do
really...
they tap dance to eat? No, they sit down, and their mouth opens and releases the alien tongue thing that's up in that chamber.
Yeah.
And that just roots around. But if you like were walking along and you came upon it, it would be just standing there motionless.
So this one is like this was a pretty basal creature. This one is mostly plant still. And it has
And I'm out. Everett, no, stay with us.
Everett was here?
She was here.
Oh.
She was the one who asked if they could be rainbow boys.
Oh, yeah, and she was the one that asked if... Actually, I did make them pink in the last one. So.
You did, yes. Microbiology, Cree, scaly, confirmed, not clickbait. Root feet. Exactly, root feet.
Yeah, they're root feet. But this one is basically... It uses its wings to absorb radiation in the air, and it uses its feet to eat like the grasses that are basically still like literally just regular plants.
Mm-hmm.
But...
I am not a scaly, although I am attracted to King Bowser. Cree is way more scaly than me.
I'm not attracted to King Bowser, so I think you're probably more scaly than I am.
What happened to the PP? The people want the PP.
They probably still have them in their feet, right? Or wait, where would they have them in their wings now? I don't care.
With multiple brains originally formed to control the plant-like form. We want the stick alien. Are they still berry?
Yeah, they're still berry.
I'm back from pulling weeds. What did I miss? Oh man, this is brilliant.
This is brilliant for you. Yeah, because now a lot of them are weeds.
Imagine if those weeds could slither back into the ground. That's what we made.
That's okay.
Do
So
they exist in the same galaxy as the Harlows? I think that yes, they do.
yeah, they exist in the same. I think these guys are all going to exist in the same universe together, but not in the same universe as Starscapes.
And the people have a list of demands: microbiology, PP, other stuff. I feel like these aliens don't have the same hygiene standards. Well, they'd still want to be clean, but their definition of clean would be different because they need dirt to like be able to sustain themselves.
Well, I mean, a lot of them probably. Like, I don't think this guy eats the dirt at all.
No,
I think
he just eats critters in the dirt.
he eats basically grass and he absorbs radiation from the air. I think.
Yeah, he's an herbivorous plant.
So
Would this organism be a mix of kingdoms, plant and animal, similar to a mix of class, only that Dicynodonts kind of a mammal reptile? Sort of, although it wouldn't really be a plant or an animal because it's, not related to either of them. But it would be a
ears.
okay. It would be like if a plant evolved to be convergent with animals.
Electro
Sorta.
sensor.
Why can't the feet also fertilize the female? Just step on your crush. Just
Nice.
for common sense, I'm not a warrior, but I think that's sexual assault. What if they become depending on what they eat, but nearly
Leaf.
all life on the planet is only plants? They are mostly
Leaves.
plants, but they're like really mobile, herbivorous, and then predatory plants.
Mouths.
You need to decide on the PPP. This is very important.
The PP is in the wings now, I think.
Bro, my cat puked on my carpet and you would clean it. No, the boss!
Okay.
Where are the genitalia?
I'm gonna finalize it. They're here.
Your
PP.
feet aren't safe. I am in your house. A friend of mine and I once grew up ideas for a planet where at some point during its evolution development, a second sun fell into the solar system, scrapping the surface and life only surviving underground. That's cool.
That is kind of cool. I like that. Okay, so this is, basically what their biology looks like. Let's draw the actual intelligent guy now.
Okay.
Right, so basically, they have
The
mouth
noise
feet.
producer also needs to be where they breathe out of, which is true because that's how we make noises.
Yep, that
It's
makes
by
sense.
modifying
Yeah,
breathing.
So they have mouths on their legs, and their legs used to be roots. They have wings, quote unquote wings, that are basically leaves. They passively absorb radiation in the atmosphere. They have ears used to hear stuff. They have a noise producer, which is also what they breathe from. Let's just call it a nose.
Yeah. PP Wings is true what the world needs in these trying times. Make it British. It
Uh,
still looks like a doodle jump. Is it kosher?
is it kosher? Does it have hooves? I can't remember what the kosher law was. It has electrosensors, which is what it uses to see, basically. And it has a reproductive system inside of its leaf wings because its leaf wings originally evolved in order to reproduce more easily, like out of the dirt,
Like a flower.
like a flower. What's he say? What you saying?
I said, come back. She said, yeah, the persona moment was a tipping point, babe. I don't need to know that.
I don't even remember what you said.
I said three-toed sloth.
Three-toed sloth. Pretty good option, I guess. So what does a smart boy look like?
They are Venus flytraps that evolve power flight, kind of.
They didn't evolve powered flight. These aren't used to fly. They're literally just like display structures.
Gotcha. Can they put the wings? No. Wing is a bad term for it.
Leaf. Okay,
Yeah, call it a leaf. It's a leaf.
it's a leaf. What?
Do the tier list on Starscape's first generic tier list, second smash or pass, third who would I take in a fight, and fourth taste test of all the species, human and cuddleman.
Yeah, we could do a taste test.
I've always wondered about a part plant, part animal organism, and you guys have just made it. Love it. The three productive organs are in the wings. Is it currently flashing us?
Yeah.
Look at my concept in the server. Yes, sir, Zavi. Let me go to the server right now.
Go to the server.
Branching legs. Smart guys are just these, but bigger heads. They have 3 brains and evolve multiple brains. They would have radial symmetry. Did they convergently evolve the Iberian Peninsula the same way the Harlow evolved the British Islands? Imagine a Sophon species that's sessile. I feel like these guys are occasionally sessile, if you follow.
What does sessile mean again?
Don't move.
Don't move. Yeah, they're occasionally sessile.
Like, I feel like they
Sometimes.
sit down and they chow down.
Okay.
And they eat whatever is there, and then once that runs out, they stand up and move.
So this is the biggest question, all right? Because like after I know the answer to this question, I can basically just draw it, I think. Are the intelligent aliens, right? Have they evolved to be more... When I say animal, what I mean is do they mostly just eat plants and other animals? Or are they more plant, meaning they mostly just photosynthesize?
They can do both, either way.
Yeah,
but
either...
what do they depend on more?
But which one is what they need more? Because like this guy right here, he's almost in the middle. Because he basically just eats grass with his feet, and he eats radiation with his leaf wings. So, the intelligent one, which one is it that it's more of?
Cannibal plants. Water conducts electricity, but air doesn't, so electroception wouldn't work. I feel like a different makeup of the air here, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like our air. What if it's a brain in a ring that's inside their hips and maybe it connects to the legs? Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
A brain in a what?
In a ring around the hip.
Oh, I like that a lot, actually.
Eats plants and animals. They move around, but instead of sleeping, they spend a few hours per day photosynthesizing.
Ooh, that's cool too.
It is.
Okay.
So they roll up their leaves and they're not using them then, so that they don't get...
Like damaged?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, okay, I like that. So like they're omnivores, where they eat plants and animals, and then at night, they open up their wings and sleep. And while they're sleeping, they open up their wings.
And then vision is electroreception. Did you see my art? Did you see Zavi's art?
Oh, I forgot to look. But you also forgot to look, so don't...
I did. Vision is electroreception, but use the radiation in...
Zavi, which thing did you put it in? I haven't read anything today.
Carnivory needs more brain power. That is true. Primarily photosynthesis, but will partake in cannibalism if there's not enough nutrients around. I feel like that's the very basal form, but then they evolve to be the ones that are more cannibals, the ones that are more running away from cannibals, and then you get carnivory.
Yeah.
That's how it tends to go.
Oh my gosh, I can't copy.
Cree asks if they should be more or less heterotroph. Thank you. That's the term we're looking for.
There we go. This looks cool too.
What is the gravity on this planet? Ooh, that looks really cool.
I think it's less, like way less than Earth. Not like way less than Earth, but I think it's less than Earth. Yeah, kind of like this. If you could imagine this, but like more poorly drawn, then that's what they're gonna. Because like this thing produces sound. This little ring around it hears it. Wings open up to absorb energy, and then legs are eating stuff.
If they spend hours photosynthesizing, does that mean that they're awake all night? I don't think so. I think they photosynthesize passively.
Yeah.
I think they can fall asleep. They have 3 brains. OMG, they're adorable. I put it in the server. I came back and it's an angel. This is just a scrimblow angel.
Okay.
Center legs became more front. Be not afraid. Are they large? Like, what are their size dimensions? Do these things have both genders like plants, or do they only have one?
I'm gonna just ruin everybody's day. For size comparison.
I hate it. That's terrible.
For size comparison. No, in reality, I think they're probably like that. Like they're big.
But
like
big.
Yeah. So,
Maybe they have a brain on every tentacle like an octopus. Honestly, I love that size. Maybe name them Baramo instead of Barry because Baramo sounds more alien.
Baramo does sound weird. I do like Baramo.
Imagine humans trying to wipe these guys out by releasing goats and cows onto the planet.
Okay, so
they don't really have front legs, but they're radially symmetrical.
Yeah. I think so. For their brains, by the way, I think they're gonna have a hip brain here that's attached to all of these little legs, and then they probably have another brain up here, and then they're attached together, kind of like a man on a trampoline. They have a man on a trampoline set up for their brain.
That's my favorite kind of brain setup, you know? The man and the trampoline vibe is what I'm going for. At all times.
Brain. Okay, so this is wild. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
We've been here an hour and 20 minutes already. Okay, so
Are they able to hug?
yeah, but that's just like these are I think they're arms kind of. No, they wouldn't be. So what okay. Yeah, I think they can hug. So what evolved in order which part of their body evolved into dexterous stuff for the intelligent people? Because like our boy at the minute like our boy at the start said, I am tired of fingerless aliens. I didn't know that was a thing, but okay.
How would domestication and agriculture even work? That was a good question. I feel like they would just make critters that they can eat, and then they'd have plants that they can eat.
Yeah.
Oh, man. They'd have majority heterotrophs that they can eat.
Yeah.
And they'd have majority autotrophs that they can eat.
Well, I'm gonna need to come up with some like fake terminology because I'm not saying autotroph in my video.
So an autotroph is like a plant. And a
Yeah, heterotroph is like an animal. So these guys are gonna be heterotroph at day, autotroph at night.
Yeah. They're like a superhero.
Like a
That's how they get their
But not really day and night because there is no day and night because there's no sun. Jeez.
Oh man. So
Okay.
what's day and night? They just have like a circadian rhythm.
Yeah, I think they just have a circadian rhythm.
And it's not really related to what time is outside.
So, and I might retcon it that being night all the time because it might prove too difficult for me to put my little head around. So let's just draw what an intelligent one looks like. All right, can we do that, please?
I shared a thing in the Discord server. The Discord art server. Show us your art.
Oh, I looked at. Wait.
This is
That's a June, I think.
Instead of the sun, there would be bioluminescent fungi suspended from the ceiling, providing light to open plains areas of the caves. These are goats.
These are goats. Oh, so those are the goats that they're going to use to wipe out.
The cave fauna. Top left, skin gliders. I like these designs, but I don't think that they're
They fit with the body plans that we're using.
this body plan. I think we could come back to this idea. But I do like it.
Okay.
This looks like alien biospheres.
It does kind of look like alien biosphere. Well,
It's
the skin flyer does.
Yeah,
That-
that's
the-
definitely a compliment.
yeah. The rest of them don't really, but like the skin flyer one does.
Okay, so what part of it evolved to be dexterous? The
The
legs-
nose becomes hands.
The nose becomes hands. That's kind of fun.
Like elephants.
Oh,
Feet.
so that would give it.
lagging. Cthulhu animals. They grow fingers on their mouth. How do they use tools? Well, now we know it's their nose.
What if? Okay, guys, check this out.
Leaves become arms? I feel like the leaves can't become arms because the leaves are too specialized to be leaves.
I feel like like the bone inside of the leaves could be, like if this is like, because I was thinking
You
the
don't
same
wanna
thing.
do anything like damage it though, because it needs to be.
Have like hands, and then they go away like that, and then they're
Almost like dinosaur
they go
fingers
in and
and-
they go out. But I don't think we're gonna do that because I like what I was about to do. You guys ready for this?
I'm ready for this.
Is
You
it
guys
gonna-
ready for this, guys?
Their nose, dude. Check this out. Becomes two big trunks.
I'm with the fact they can vocalize, like the other ones can't. So imagine there's a galaxy of aliens and different looking species, but the only one that can talk is us and a weird looking upside down glass anemone thing. I will need to go in 9 minutes. Okay, Conrad, enjoy your next 9 minutes with us.
So
Oh,
what
no.
if it's like this somehow, and then it has
Are those its nostrils on the end?
yeah, these are like its nostrils.
It's like an elephant. What if antenna trunks? Yes.
What if antenna trunks? Have we considered antenna trunks? I like antenna trunks. I kind of like that a lot. And then there's just like a hole in the middle that they breathe out of.
Yes. 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 And they were bug-like. They're pretty bug-like, actually, kind of.
and then they talk and breathe out of this, and then they have like big old fleshy mandibles that they use to interact with the world. They're probably a whole lot longer because they'd have to like reach like all the way down their bodies and stuff.
Bunk Foss is here.
Yo, my boy Bunk Foss, I'm so glad you're here.
Gas mask trunks.
So
They have a blowhole.
they got a blowhole, bro.
Less comfortable Doug.
I kind of like name. I kind of want to name them Comfortable Doug and Uncomfortable Doug.
They wouldn't speak. They just make sounds like the clickers from The Last of Us.
I was kind of thinking them talk like the sound that like the like those radiation sensors make was like
like a giga counter.
yeah. Like I was kind of thinking like that. Like that'd be kind of fun to make them sound like that, but I don't know.
Just 2 antenna trunks.
Maybe more. Yeah, I haven't drawn it yet. What does the rest of their body look like? Because I feel like they should be more like specialized from the original thing. So
Timestorm wants to be Jeremy. Somebody else wants to be Barry. And apparently Timestorm is organizing a coup to ensure that the name Jeremy comes.
So their wings fold up. So their wings, like their leaves, go away during the day. How do they do that?
They roll up.
Do they roll up or do they like go into cavities inside of their body? Like what do they do?
I think they close. Like, what are those plants that close?
Flowers?
Close at night, yeah. Flowers do it. But some leaves do it too. I think they just close up. A slur for them is rock eater.
It's rock eater.
It's very important that we have slurs for alien species.
Yeah, we need to make somebody get to work on making slurs.
Make him but thinner and more sexy.
Okay.
Barry is the way. They roll up. What if the blowhole's a bit larger and internally part of one of the trunks dips into the blowhole, acting analogously to a tongue in humans?
Oh, because that would give them a variety in their speech.
It's true, yeah.
But
kind of like when they have those elephants that teach to talk, and they have to stick their trunk in their mouth to do it, and they can only say a few words, but they can do it sometimes.
So I'm just making a sexy one right now. Don't worry about it.
Very important. This is my persona.
the fleshy mandible trunk alien. Oh yeah. So what would they
make them more hexagonal? Hexagon.
Okay, well then maybe what I was actually
Creed, more concept art. Zavi, keep making concept art.
Y'all, dude. Okay.
Zavi's killing.
Oh my gosh, this is also cool.
Give them calendars.
It kind of looks pretty penile, so I'm not. It looks like a phallus, so maybe that's not great. Copy the image. I don't like Discord. Oh my gosh, it's not letting me copy it. I can't show it on stream. Yeah, okay. It's true. It's cool. Everybody. Okay, well, I'll just do this actually. Never mind. I won't. Okay, I'm not allowed to do that.
Give them cow ears.
Okay, so how do they talk?
All problems are because of them. No you. Uh-oh.
So how do they roll up again? So they just like do like.
The leaves just roll up. Yeah.
So
roll up.
when it's quote unquote daytime. Remember, daytime's a fake term. What do they just like they're here? And then at nighttime, they're like.
Hey, you want to roll up?
So okay, so is this over here's daytime?
Ooh,
so over
daytime ain't real. It never was.
What?
I'm back.
Over here is daytime. Over here is nighttime. Is that what we're talking about?
Well, how do they roll? That doesn't look rolled.
That doesn't. I'm just thinking they like suck up the way that like those flowers do. Because I don't really know how to look like if it was rolled. Like
cylinders in there.
This doesn't really look rollable.
It just rolls like paper. Like there's no support in there. Like there's like.
Ooh.
It's like one of those.
I feel like that'd be so.
Flat bracelets.
So it's like this, and then it's rolled up like that. Like that. That seems like it would be so like that would be really cumbersome to have around.
You can roll it tighter that, so it's just like a really thin like cylinder sitting next to their side. Daytime ain't real, never was. Daytime is a social construct. I'm back. Hey, Epic Frog. Have we decided on a writing system yet? We haven't even decided on a body plan yet.
Dude, writing system, I'm going to deal with that like 2 weeks from now.
If they're on a rogue planet, how is there a day and night cycle?
There's no day and night cycle. Like I said, that's a fake term.
Maybe they have sheaths that cover the one during the daytime and open during the night, and those sheaths may also evolve into fingers.
I don't know if they like my antennas.
Maybe the
I think I'm gonna do this for right now, where they just like suck up into their body, kind
okay,
of a
fair
little
enough.
bit.
Yeah, I don't have that idea. I have no idea how I can return to the comeback and lose out of station. Oh, never mind.
So these things hunt, right? So
Yes.
because they're
So,
omnivores,
yeah.
how would a thing
Although
starting?
I feel like omnivore here means they also, for some reason, you say omnivore. I interpret that as being they eat plants and they photosynthesize.
Oh no! So like they eat the things that are plants, the things that are just autotrophs, and they eat
things that are
the
kind
things
of sort of autotrophic heterotrophs.
Yeah. So how would a thing that's starting off with this like evolve to hunt other things? When you're looking at
Yeah.
DeviantArt right now.
Yeah.
When
I'm
we're
looking
busy.
I'm looking at that dragon guy. He's good. He makes good stuff.
So what are we thinking?
Hmm.
I mean, probably like bigger mouths, right?
So how does this guy hunt? Is your question?
Yeah.
I feel like he just chooses it because he's radio asymmetrical, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like this is how he can evolve into bilateral symmetry.
Okay.
He chooses a mouth to be the leading mouth,
Okay.
and he picks it up, and he runs, and he uses that leading mouth like on a neck
Uh-huh.
to reach out and grab prey.
Okay.
And then he can also do the alien thing where he shoots out the tongue. And it comes out and gets out.
Oh. Okay, check this out. I like that. But check this out. And then I'm going to do the same thing where... So this... the thing that I'm going to draw right now, like it technically could do this, but they almost never like stand like this regularly.
We love your antenna, Cree.
Thank you.
I hope these guys are able to use their central part of the skin to change color to attract mates and other things. But that's just a theory. Matt Pat is your dad. Would
Really?
they have vocal cords, or would they have something to speak more like birds?
I don't know how to bird speak. I just thought they had
Centaurism, so
one.
I could use legs for attack. Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. Although I chose just one leg instead of two, but you can do two up the same way. I love antennas, just spitballing ideas about sheaths. They can have both if you guys like that. Centaurism. The wings use heat detection to hunt their prey. Stabby tongue.
Oh, it could be heat. Well, no, heat. I feel like everything would be just really, really. But some things would be hotter than other things, right?
Yeah.
Maybe since it's so hot, most of their internal, like instead of having like body heat the way that we do, they have like body coldness, so that they're colder than their environment. Otherwise, they would like heat up and die, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they have heat. So maybe instead of the electromagnetism, because he was right, they wouldn't really be able to use that on air.
Yeah.
Maybe it's heat sensors, and they look for stuff that's colder than its environment instead of looking for stuff that's warmer.
That could be. I think that's good. I think the mouths become more specialized. How about it flips upside down and hangs from a tree or something, then falls down and eats whatever it lands on? It would actually be better off hanging right side up from its tentacles and from its antenna trunks.
Yeah, and then
just
dropping
onto its feet that have mouths in them. But yes, I like that idea too. Wouldn't it be harder to push the food up instead of swallowing it down?
Oh, maybe they like. I guess
Like a bird, there's that thing when
Yeah.
it drinks.
I mean, like we never at no point were we ever like hanging from our toes, and we can swallow stuff that's upside down. Like we can swallow stuff while upside down.
You can.
So I don't really think that's too much of an issue.
Also, where do they poop? I think they have a blind gut.
Where like it goes up and then goes back out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
They have like a
Maybe
omni hole.
or maybe like they just poop from their other foot. Like so this guy.
Blind gut is the basal position, but
Yeah.
then as they adapt to use one foot or the other to be more use just like the carnivorous mouth, the other feet adapt to be buttholes.
Yeah, because this they eat it and then it goes up into the stomach and then it comes out of one of the feet and all the feet are mouths. But eventually they evolve to only use one of the mouths as the like designated butthole.
I have cold is not energy, it is the non-existence of heat radiation.
Well, yeah, I know that.
Yeah, but an animal could develop to keep itself cool, and then you
Instead
can
of-
detect
yeah.
that animal's cooler than everything else is.
Yeah, so that's still just heat sensing though. But
We can ask Cree, what does he prefer, Jeremy or Barry? Cree likes Comfortable Doug, I think.
I do kind of like Comfortable Doug. I kind of like Comfortable Doug, guys.
I poop from my other foot, so fair. I have no mouth and I must poop. But if they have a long, snaking tentacle legs that grasp stuff, and maybe the tentacles' legs can be used by the sapiens beings to carry heavy stuff, but the antennas are used for more dexterous moves. Muddy footprints. So they have 5 butt mouths. Aren't anteaters naturally very cool?
Yeah, they're pretty cool. So yeah, what if they do have 5 butt mouths? This is such... Okay, well, check this out, alright?
Checking.
They evolved one of their legs to become the mouth.
Yes.
And the rest of them are basically always just legs. But they're still hooked up to the digestive system, so why can't they just be... all of them be their... like, be the ones that they poop from? Oh my gosh. Why is it so cursed?
It is a terrible creature. When I hear Comfortable Doug, my mind thinks of a centaur world.
Why?
Maybe if they evolved to become sapient, they could use a combination of pheromones from their feet to communicate and never get to written language, since they can just mark stuff with said pheromones.
Oh my gosh, I forgot until right now. I had this cool idea where I wanted them to produce like ink, and then when they become intelligent, they make like a pen adapter that they just put on their whatever part of their body produces ink, and they just use that to write with, like the ink that they produce anyway.
That's actually a fantastic idea.
Right? I think that's kind of cool.
What would their bathrooms look like?
I don't know. Oh, so for anybody that doesn't know, by the way, so I think within the next couple of weeks, I'm going to have a Patreon. And the main thing I'm going to be doing on that Patreon is I'm going to be writing like full like lore books about the aliens that I make from these live streams. And I want to like... So I'm not going to cover what their bathrooms look like in the video, but I actually might in like the full lore book. Because like with the Harlows and the Junes...
He's already worked on that book, and it's phenomenal, by the way.
Yeah, I have a chapter of it written already, and I have like 4 sort of scripted out in my mind or in notes. But I want to talk about like their sci-fi movies and like their high fashion and like their workout routines, like the Harlows and Junes, I mean. So I might talk about the bathrooms of the Comfortable Georges, the comfortable what do we say? Comfortable
Dougs.
The Comfortable Dougs look like. I don't know.
I want to kiss it on the nostril.
Okay.
Do they have a preferred pooping leg? I would say that yes, they do.
Probably. And maybe if they're speaking mostly with pheromones rather than, and I'm just going to draw the other legs.
Tarantino's Paradise. Poopy Cthulhu.
Why does Tarantino's foot fetish always come up with these live streams?
I'm sorry, Creeper, that aliens from Arrival already do the ink thing.
Oh, you're right. They do. Okay, well, then scratch the ink thing. We don't need it.
Your robot is amazing. Comfortable Douglas.
Comfortable.
Oh, wait a minute. The genitalia is retractable. Will there be different tiers for Patreon?
Yeah. There will be different tiers for the Patreon. I think for like the first couple of months, everything will probably be available on tier like just like $1 a month, because I have no idea how many people are gonna like join. But like if I get like 1 million followers, if 1 million people come out of the woodwork completely unrelated to my YouTube channel and follow me on Patreon, then like I'm probably gonna start like putting stuff on higher tiers. So I mean, like I don't really know what the economics is going to be yet, but
Gotcha.
But yeah, there will be different tiers, and there will eventually be stuff that is exclusive to a specific tier eventually. But I think for the start, it will be all available on tier 1. Anyway,
you slip your poop legs into poop tubes one by one. You slip one, do your deed, slip another, repeat. Oh, we're talking about the bathroom. I was so confused.
Bro was writing it like an old German, like, riddle or something. I don't know, like an old German, like, fairy tale.
Bumhole feet, bumhole feet, bumhole feet.
Yeah, these are bumhole feet. I think a lot of them are actually probably this one actually is not a bumhole feet. It's a pheromone feet, and this is the one it uses to
Okay, wait a minute. Their genitalia is retractable. Wait, yours isn't. Hey, don't be sus. He married a Jewish woman. What? How do these things breed? I made one last concept art. Now I'm done because I'm finished drawing these things. And then also Helena Jacobson said she drew an idea.
Poo.
Wing racism? Do they breed like animals or plants or a mix of both? Oh, that's what he means.
Blowhole.
Do they have like seeds or do they have like wombs?
I think they have like wombs.
Okay.
Personally, I don't really know yet.
I'm sorry. What?
Flesh.
Owl pellet legs.
I'm just gonna give them the worst. I'm gonna make the labels the worst that they can be. By the way, flesh mandibles.
You'll need to go over the romantic and social life of a comfortable dog. I'm imagining they'll probably have a thing for shoe shining stations like they have in some airports. I buy it.
Yeah.
No idea on Discord. Look at my last art. You dogs.
Wait, you drew dogs? What? Oh, you dogs. Okay.
We're all mature adults here. I'm gonna go see.
Oh wait, was Solomon the one that was saying that?
Helena Jacobson and then Zavi was here. Both have art.
Dude, Solomon. I want to give a little bit of attention to Solomon because, like, dude, she's great. Look at this. Look at that. The 3D render in 2 seconds. What? Wild stuff. That's awesome, bro. Okay.
See.
Meat.
Would their fetuses taste like fruit? Do they use pollen, spores, sperm cells, or something else?
I think you would just like straight up die if you
if you ate them.
If you ate them, yeah.
I think you're right. I think he would just kill you.
It would taste like uranium.
Where's I just like this.
Where's the art, dude? I'm seeing a lot of art from Timestorm.
Do they have genders?
Probably.
Fido
and then O ...
What does a sexy one look like? You ate
dude,
glass.
Don't you want to know?
You ate glass.
Did I do that one twice?
I wonder if there's tentacle hentai in this species. Well, that would just be regular hentai.
That would just, yeah. I mean, it would just be like normal, right?
To prevent the poop coming out the wrong hole, you could just use corks.
So, but wait, what I was saying with the pheromone feet, by the way, is like
the top of hashtag art creep.
Top of hashtag art.
You dog.
This is show us your art. There's no. That's just Zavi's. I already saw this.
Zavi.
Oh wait, no. Oh, this is a new one that Zavi made. Okay, I'm stupid. I like Yellow Jackets drawing.
Uranium.
This is Yellow Jackets fan art.
It's gorgeous.
I like it because it just looks the same as mine did. Oh, Bird Boy has one. Don't worry, Zavi. I'm gonna.
I have so many sexes. That is true. You could go crazy with the sexes.
I could. We could have.
Taste like uranium. Doesn't that mean they have like 4 quintillion calories available when you eat them?
Oh, you better believe it. Do not eat these guys if you want to lose weight.
Hagfish that up from a very interesting food category. Not a.
Oh my god, I don't know, Zavi. I'm so sorry, but yours, I can't. I keep copying yours, and it's just there. It is. Okay, this is Zavi's art, by the way.
1 gram of uranium has 200 trillion calories.
Yeah, it's a lot of dude.
Aliens are real neat.
They are pretty neat.
I am Bird Boy. It's my art. That's Helena Jacobson.
Okay, Helena Jacobson. I like your art. I think it's really cool, and I like him, and I want to be more like him in my day-to-day life. Dude, I think this is kind of a good. Okay, so what I was saying with the pheromone feet, by the way, is they produce. Well, they just produce pheromones from what looks like their tail, right? So, like the far left, I guess the far right hand, the far right leg becomes their mouth. Their far left leg becomes their pheromone thing that they speak with, kind of. And then their central legs.
The 4 walking legs are also their butts.
Are also their butts.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then they hear with their the things that look like eyes. They see with the heat sensing in the middle. They have a blowhole at top, which they breathe out of, and probably also like. I imagine if they're like trying to speak to each other from far distances, then they like yodel at each other. But like their yodeling language probably isn't very like advanced because they mostly speak with pheromones.
Gotcha.
And then they have flesh mandibles that they interact with the world.
Mm-hmm.
This is our finished design. What are E. Okay.
I'm back. I was eating a nectarine.
What?
I'm back. I was eating a nectarine.
Bro, paused the stream to put full attention and it was orange. Okay, dude, it took us a while to get there, but I like this design.
I like it too.
How does everybody feel? I think
It's
we're
mostly E.
It's mostly E. I think we're done for today. If you want, I'm gonna
Do
try.
these corpses diapers or do the children decide?
Or do the children decide?
I'm going to use these things to feed my sheep. Your sheep will be irradiated and you will not survive the winter. I want to kiss it. This thing is very nice.
I can't. I'm not allowed to use.
What about A's?
Yeah, can we get some A's in the chat, please? I want to switch over to Discord, but it's like OBS isn't a lot giving that as an option to me. Oh, there it is. Boom.
Okay, they switched over to A's.
Okay, so now we're in Discord.
Jeremy or Barry? The answer is comfortable dog.
The answer is comfortable. The answer of Jeremy or Barry. The answer to Jeremy or Barry is comfortable dog.
Yes.
That's what these aliens are going to be called. So just like last time, the discussion about the world building in this will continue on the Discord server.
Can we get some yodels in the chat?
Can we get some yodels in the chat? Yo.
I love Douglas.
Doug. So that's going to continue on Discord. If you want to be involved in the rest of, if you want to be involved in the further world building of this radially symmetrical plant monster, then go over to the Discord server. The link is in the description, and we'll continue the world building over there.
Also, Bunkboss says to join the Discord or he'll remove your skin. So.
Yeah, if you don't, then okay. Yeah, I need to see this.
Imagination, memory, and mind, brain, body, brain, senses, brain. Oh, okay.
Okay, I like that too.
Brains do
Ooh,
different.
Rush Comfortable Doug work in progress. Also cool.
Yes.
Listen,
Yoda.
this is fun. I like this one a lot, actually.
Yoda. Poggers. Alrighty. I think we...
Dude, what? They made a Comfortable Doug cam already. Unless Comfortable Doug is an unrelated thing. But that would be... Because it kind of looks like Comfortable Doug, right? Doesn't it kind of look like Comfortable
A
Doug?
little bit. I'm going to look up Comfortable Doug and see if it's a thing.
Oh, wait, Comfortable Doug is a character from Centaur World. Okay. I mean, they're not actually going to be called Comfortable Doug. They're going to be called, like, Comfo Dullies or something. I don't know. It's a thing. Okay. It kind of looks like Comfortable Doug. I don't know. Maybe we'll call him Barry instead. I don't know.
I prefer Comfortable Doug.
I do prefer Comfortable Doug. That's a fun name.
Comfortable Doug is a Moltar and a supporting character in Centaur World.
Huh.
He also goes by the name Flat Dallas while in battle.
By Flat Dallas and battle?
Flat Dallas when he's in battle. He is Flat Dallas.
Wow. I need to watch
This is
Centaur
Flat
World.
Dallas. I've never heard this from my wife. The hero of my story, Comfortable Doug. Does Comfortable Doug have an American accent?
Well, he's from Flat Dallas, so, like, probably.
Comfortable Doug's uncomfortable message.
It's on YouTube. No, not on YouTube. On Netflix.
I don't have any clue.
That's wild stuff, bro.
I'm so in favor of Comfortable Doug being a creature.
Comfortable Doug. The world's exploding. Okay, so
He sounds German.
yeah, if you want to, basically that's all I'm saying. If you want to be involved in the further world building, the show has a lot of emotional damage. Very cool. I say I'm gonna watch it. That means like 2 years from now, I'm gonna be like, hey, Discord people, guess what? Guess what I just watched?
I watched the Comfortable Doug show.
I watched the Comfortable Doug show 2 more years later. So if you want to be involved in the world building, join the Discord. We'll talk about it probably for the next like several days, and I'll try and have the video released within the next couple of weeks. Yeah. So,
I'm already in Discord and I don't have my skin.
well, that sucks, bro. I don't know what to tell you. There's always more holes. What? What are you talking about, dude? Oh, that's just a comfortable Doug quote.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm gonna call it a day now. I hope everybody understands.
You are what you eat. Why are you a human being?
Oh, that's pretty sus, actually.
It is.
Okay, everybody enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye. I have to go to work. Everybody talk about the world building of Comfortable Doug in the Discord server. And please, nobody forget any part of its strange biology. Thank you.